Feels a lot of sensation just above the left pelvis. So I'd like to get some space into those vertebrae. It's really a process of relaxing the back. It's very interesting. What I used to think of as back pain was just a bunch of muscles that were too tight to allow the joints to move. And when you relax those muscles, the joints can move, and a lot of times you'll feel one of those pops in the back. Alright, looks like that's all we're getting. Get the timer started. And first pose of practice. Downward facing dog. So get the elbows, the arms straight, in line with the back. Hands about shoulder width apart. Fingers splayed out just a little bit. So not quite. So that would be fingers directly away from the toes. I'll just turn my hands out a little bit to help protect the wrist. Bend the knees a little bit so you can rotate the pelvis. Try to get the pelvis, the spine, and the arms in a single straight line. And then start to straighten out the legs. Relax for another couple of minutes. Straighten the back to rotate the pelvis. And then slowly try to keep that rotation of the pelvis as you straighten the legs, so it goes really slow. Feel the effort in the shoulders. Push the hands up, so you're kind of pushing the shoulders up a little bit. Feel that stretch in the shoulder joint. Feels like my right hamstring is a little tighter than my left hamstring. That's interesting because that's normally not the case. For this pose, for hamstring stretches. And relax. Feel the stretch. Try to breathe through the nose if you can. Ankle parts inhale and exhale. Feel the sinuses as you breathe. So a little bit of conscious awareness their way. Relax the ankles to stretch the calf and Achilles. Rotate the pelvis some more, so straighten out the spine. Another 7 seconds. And that's that. Up on the toes, bend the knees. Pops at the wrist. And a couple pops in the knees. Alright, clear that out. Next time, restore it. Upward facing dog. Hands towards the feet. It's not all the way back towards the feet, right? But towards the feet. Well, let's try that. Let's try a little bit enhanced twist. See what that feels like. It just looks wrong. Looking down at my hands. Yeah, but as I wiggle the fingers, they kind of unwind a little bit. Feel the stretch. Low back's taking some time today. Yeah, the low back's kind of right now. back's feeling a lot good. Low back's back in action. Back. Yeah, feeling that. The low back, the spine, right next to the pelvis, right at the top of the pelvis. So at the left side, where the pelvis meets the spine, those muscles are in that area. That was giving me some sensation earlier. Pulsing the muscles right on top of the pelvis, right on top of the spine next to the pelvis. And reach that back, reach that up. You can reach the chest through, maybe. Wiggle around a little bit. The hand placement makes it a little difficult to wiggle around. That's okay, because what I'm gaining is a stretch in the forearm, which feels pretty good. And relax. Feel the stretch. Feel the sensation of the forearms, the wrist, the right elbow a little bit. And some sensation on the back, the low back. And reach that up some more for another 20 seconds. Yeah, most sensation is on the wrist in this pose, or the forearm close to the wrist. So that's a good stretch. And I've also got the back in a good spot for more enhanced back bends, which is coming up. Alright, back to hero pose as an in-between pose. Get that restarted and regain some dexterity in the hands. There we go. Get in the frame. And that's a wheel pose. There we go. Good enough. And feel that stretch on the front side of the body. Also on the floating ribs, as the organs get kind of squished into the spine. Especially as you breathe. Feel the stretch on the front side of the body. Relax and breathe. I lift the balls of the feet up, so I've got the heels pressed into the earth. Also helps prevent the feet from sliding because there's less surface area for the weight of the body to be spread on. Lots of effort in the shoulders to keep the pose up. There we go. Feels like I'm really starting to get this. Get the elbows a little bit straighter. And that's that. I'll take a look at that at the moment. And we'll do a little bit of camel pose. Stretch out the pecs. There we go. Use the glutes to bring the hips forward to enhance the stretch. And the real limiting factor here is the pectoral muscles, interestingly enough. So relax that, conscious awareness there. Relax as much of the body as you can. breathe through the nose. Bring those hips forward. Careful with the elbows. So they may want to over-rotate. And that's that. Relax. Alright, those are the back bends. Hey, got somebody else. Alright. Clear up the timer. Restart for 3 minutes. Next up, second forward fold. This time the real forward fold. The first one, I start out the practice with a short forward fold, just to see if I have can get any pops out of the neck or back. This is the longer forward fold. Hold for 3 minutes, more or less. And I'm grabbing my shins to slow down the rotation of the spine, the pelvis, the back. And now get the shins above the knees, below the quad, between the quads and the knees. Because I just did a lot of posterior flex on the spine, posterior articulation on the spine. Now I'm doing anterior flex and articulation on the spine. All right, folding forward now instead of folding back, which is what I was doing before. And so you gotta go slow, let the vertebrae, the discs, and everything in that lovely spine get into the right spot. And then eventually you can relax all the muscles in the upper body. Try to relax everything but the pelvis, but then also sometimes you try to straighten that upper back, so use the back muscles a little bit. So you can straighten it and rotate the pelvis just a little more. And then, whoa, balance. See if I can get the hands. Provides an interesting balance challenge from here. The thing to do is to like rotate the eyes of the elbows towards the face. Straight back. And straighten the legs. That's kind of like a high effort power stretch. And then after that, relax. And so breathe. Feel the stretch. Feel the sensation between the ankles. So when I first started the pose, I got the ankles, the heels aligned with the hands on top, hands underneath the feet right now. It's kind of hard to keep the toes or both feet aligned, but I can still keep the heels and ankles aligned. And you want to control the growth of the foot so that the ankles are just barely touching. And that's that. All right. Cool stuff. Next up is hip opener. So open the hip right up. You can tell I've been doing this for a while, perhaps. And then you bring this down, you go slow, you be careful with your joints. The muscles like to slide over the bone. Then let's see what we can do today. Almost. You got the Achilles on the skull. Being patient with the thigh. There we go. And relax. And for some reason, my left side, I really like to put the hand underneath, the fingers on the earth, and push the wrist into the thigh. some reason the left side really likes that, as opposed to rolling over onto the left side of the spine and having the left knee into the earth. For some reason my left side really likes this a lot better. Whereas the right side seems to another 38 seconds. Alright, thing says, and we're back. So, yeah, you didn't miss much. Oh, and the left side with the knee on the earth, it puts more pressure on the spine, more direct pressure onto the spine. But that's what feels the most comfortable today, so that's what I'm doing. Relax. And that's that. So very gently, very carefully, allow yourself to get out of the pose. Left leg. Just had a very extreme stretch, so you gotta be careful with it. As I roll right up. Or that timer. That's that side. Next side. Right side. Same thing. And get the foot towards the chest. Shin to the chest. Relax. Lay down. Feel that left leg stretch out. There we go. Get the shin towards the chest. Watch out for the muscle sliding over the bone. Foot towards the chest. Alright, now good to go. See what the right leg can do. So here's the Achilles onto the skull. Yeah, this side just really likes having the knee on the earth. There we go. Feels good with that. So trying to keep it balanced between both sides. Interesting how out of balance the two sides are. So even though I've got the right hand into the thigh, my right knee's on the earth. Whereas on the left side, that wasn't happening. Fascinating. So this side, the knee likes to go into the earth. Well, that's good enough for me. Alright, got another minute and 10 seconds, more or less, to relax and enjoy the pose. And yeah, can you see my foot? Oh, a little bit. Right there. That's the toes. Relax. Feel the stretch on the right thigh. And the leg muscles are acting like a giant spring, trying to pull the leg forward. So to counteract all that force from the leg muscle that's getting stretched, that's why I've got the left elbow around the right foot. So that back. So otherwise I'd have to use a lot of neck and back effort, which would not be sustainable. It takes so much strength and strain on the back and neck. So relax for the 5 seconds. And that's that. Again, very gently, very carefully. Let yourself get out of pose. Here we go. Clear out the timer, get the timer started. Feel the blood flow back to the right leg. Alright. Hamstrings. So for my hamstring stretch, after starting with a lot of Janu Sirsasana, which I've done lots and lots and lots of, I'm now at the point where I put my legs about 120 degrees apart, more or less. Get the main parts of the right spot. And then I look at the left foot because I want to reach that pelvis right there. Reach that left foot. And give the intent for the spine to rotate. Okay, be careful, gotta go slow with the back. As the vertebrae slowly get into the right spot. Relax. There's that one nagging spot. Right on the left side of the pelvis, right at the top of the left side of the pelvis. There's one little muscle there that's just not real happy. And that's why I always have to go really slow on the left side. There we go. And then slide the left hand under the right thigh. And then rotate the elbow towards the front and then down. And relax. Try to get the pelvis and back into a good position. Stretch on the left thigh. Try to let the back muscles release, relax. And that's that. Slowly come up. Hey, watcher. The other side. Clear that. Start that 3 minutes. Legs at 120. Start off. Originally I was holding my Janu Sirsasana for 3 minutes on each side. But again, now I'm at the point where I get the legs 120 degrees. Pick a side. Second side's doing the right side. Reach over the right side. Wait for the low spine to get happy. Happy enough to continue the pose. Slowly bring the right shoulder down. Yeah, the side's going quite a bit faster. Because for whatever reason on that left side, doing the left side of the stretch. First of all, you slide the right hand under the left thigh, and you turn the front of the right elbow towards the earth. Away from the front of the body towards the earth. There we go. For some reason on the left side, there is a muscle that is just above the left top side of the pelvis, and that muscle is not happy. Or at least this morning was not happy. Whereas on the right side, That same muscle seems to be just fine. So, you enjoy the stretch, enjoy the space that you can feel in the body. And as you relax the shoulder joint, as I relax my shoulder, left shoulder, it intensifies the stretch on the left shoulder. So feel a good stretch on the right thigh and the left shoulder. But I keep thinking about the top left, the top portion of the left side of the pelvis. That seems to be a limiting factor on the left side. So even though I'm stretching the right side now, the right thigh and the left shoulder, I'm actually sending my conscious awareness to the left side of the pelvis, in addition to the right thigh and the left shoulder. Breathe through the nose and relax. Gentle release. Also in that stretch, I could feel the like the left floating rib. That left pelvis right there. Not sure what's going on there. It's like anything's out of place, but it's like that muscle's just not happy. Alright, next up, sternal splits. Alright, conveniently, legs are almost in position. Right, but the only way to easily get them further back, right, is to lay the front of the body down. So, you lay the front of the body down, but I'm a guy, so I got to be careful about the front of the pelvis. I gotta get the parts out of the way of the front of the pelvis. There we go. That's the right toe. Where's that left toe? Can I? No. Oh, there we go. I can just barely touch both toes. Left side first. Stretch out that left shoulder. Use the upper body, placement of the rib cage to control the amount of sensation on the left shoulder. Roll over to the right more for more sensation. And find that right amount of sensation. Do that for another 30 seconds, and we'll swap sides. And then right hand's little pillow as you feel the stretch. And using the head as a counterweight to help enhance the stretch on the left shoulder. And keep stretching for another 5. Go opposite side, and so now we rotate the rib cage towards the left to control the stretch on the right shoulder. Interestingly, I used to always feel a lot of compression on the right pectoral muscle, which I don't feel so much anymore. I'm just feeling the stretch on the right shoulder now. I guess on the deltoid, the outside part of the right shoulder. And relax. For another 5 seconds.
Hey, hey. That's that. All right. Final pose. Final practice. Final play. Get up. Alignment. Hey, hey. Look those legs. It's a little bit more than 120 now. And that's cool. All right. So, handstand practice. How do I want to get there? I think today I will just go through yogi squat. So yogi squat, you get the feet on the earth, get the feet into a comfortable spot, and straighten the spine. Pray your hands, you know, as the fingers out of the way. There we go, and then after you find that, hands about shoulder width. You can move into crow pose. So start to transfer the weight onto the hands. Balance between the heel and the fingertips. Heel of the hand and the fingertips. Shins onto the triceps. After you find that, keep the balance on the hands and lift the hips up. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, not quite. All right, let's try that again. Maybe. And then there's that transition after you lift up the hips of pressing the arms further up so the shoulders have to rotate. And the way the body changes, because the positioning of the trunk of the body, the chest and the hips, changes from being somewhat horizontal to much more vertical. So, that's that. All right. Well, that's it for my practice for today. If you want to watch the rest, you can look me up on YouTube. You should be able to find it. Ben Yoga King. And this is my 8 a.m. practice. I do this every day, the best that I can, which I think I'm running like 90%, 99% on every day. So in any case, I thank each of you for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. Enjoy.